In the heart of rural Malawi, where red earth met golden grass and the sunsets looked like paintings from another world, lived a young boy named Kito. He was only 12, skinny as the branches of the baobab tree, yet his heart carried the weight of someone far older. Kito lived with his mother, Mama Zola, in a small mud brick hut at the edge of their village. Life was never easy, but they survived, laughing, working, singing. The one thing Kito loved most in the world was his father's drum, a handmade djembe carved from African mahogany, its surface decorated with burned patterns telling the stories of their ancestors. Kito's father had been the village drummer, strong, joyful, the kind of man who could bring the whole community together just by striking the drum once. But 2 years ago, sickness had taken him away. Since then, the drum had remained silent, until one evening changed everything. The rainy season came early that year. Clouds roared like angry spirits, and the sky poured relentlessly. Their crops began to rot in the soaked soil. Food became scarce. Mama Zola often gave her share to Kito, pretending she wasn't hungry. One night, lightning split the sky, and a violent storm swept across the village. Kito woke to the sound of people shouting. A fire, a big one. Flames tore through the village like a wild animal. Straw roofs fell, walls collapsed, and people ran carrying whatever they could save. Kito and Mama Zola rushed outside, but their small hut was already swallowed by flames. Everything they owned turned to ash. Everything, except the drum. It lay in the mud, wet but unharmed. Kito picked it up with shaking hands. It was all he had left of his father, and all they had left to survive. The next morning, the village chief gathered everyone. The storm had destroyed almost all of the harvest. Many families, including Kito's, had nothing to eat. "We must walk to the nearest town," the chief said. "They may help us." The town was far, 2 days of walking under the burning African sun. But they had no choice. Mama Zola grew weaker with every step, her breath shallow, but she kept walking, always pushing Kito forward. "Your father's strength is in you," she whispered. On the second day, Mama Zola collapsed. Kito knelt beside her, tears spilling onto the dust. "Mama, get up, please." But she couldn't. Hunger had drained everything from her. "Kito," she said softly, "promise me you will keep walking. Promise me you will live." Kito shook his head, crying. "I can't leave you." "You must," she whispered, "and take the drum. Your father's spirit is with you." And then her hand slipped from his. Mama Zola was gone. Kito buried her under an acacia tree using his bare hands. His clothes were torn, his stomach empty, his heart broken. He picked up the drum, heavy, too heavy for a boy his age, and kept walking. Every step burned his feet. Every breath felt like fire. By evening, he reached the outskirts of the town and collapsed near the marketplace. People passed by, hardly noticing the dusty boy clutching a drum. Kito felt invisible, small, alone, forgotten. As night fell, he heard faint music from a nearby cafe. Laughter, happiness. He hadn't heard that sound in a long time. Kito closed his eyes and, almost without thinking, placed the drum between his knees and began to play. At first, the strokes were weak, but then something inside him unlocked. The rhythm grew stronger, deep, powerful, alive. It was the rhythm his father used to play, the rhythm of the earth, the rhythm of home. People stopped. Crowds formed. The cafe went silent. Everyone listened. This was not the drumming of a child. This was soul, grief, strength, and hope, woven together in a heartbeat. When he finished, the entire street erupted in applause. A restaurant owner approached him. "Boy, where did you learn to play like that?" "My father," Kito whispered. The man knelt and placed a warm hand on his shoulder. "You have a gift, and you need food, don't you?" Kito nodded weakly. "Come, the man said. "You can play here. We will take care of you." For the first time since the fire, Kito felt safe. Weeks passed. Kito's drumming became famous in the town. People came from far away just to hear the boy with the soulful rhythm. He earned money, enough to eat, enough to rebuild his life. But every night, before he slept, he placed his hand on the drum and whispered, "For you, Mama. For you, Baba." The rhythm that had once belonged to his parents now moved through him. Kito wasn't just surviving anymore. He was living, he was healing, and the whole world was finally listening.